So I recently did a video on the Nike React X Rejuvn8, and this is a pretty nice pair of foam clogs that Nike created. Honestly, I was kind of worried they were going to come to the table and not bring their A game, but they delivered a pretty awesome product in the Rejuvn8s. And I wanted to go ahead and compare two other products with you guys because I do have both of them. And so we have the New Balance Fresh Foam X Recovery clogs, and then we also have the Crocs Echo Waves that I recently reviewed as well. So I reviewed these earlier in the year. Recently I did their slide version, so that's one thing I will say. New Balance does have a slide version of the Recovery. Absolutely amazing, super comfortable, better than these in my opinion, and these are pretty good, but the slides are better just overall because, well, for a couple reasons. Check out my review. But anyway, these I really like. This might be my favorite, most comfortable pair of Crocs to date. I think this is better than most of the other stuff out there in this space. So absolutely love what they did with the Crocs Echo Waves. And then Nike kind of bringing that same energy with the React X Rejuvn8s. And I feel like there is some similarities between some of these and some differences. So I'll give you guys kind of my overall thoughts, and then hopefully it's somewhat informative to you guys if you guys are on the market for one of these. If you guys want to support the channel though, and you guys like the content, I have links in the description to all the products. If you guys use those links, I do get credit with respective brands, and it's greatly appreciated when you guys do that. So as for pricing, the Nike React X Rejuvn8 is $70. The Crocs Echo Waves are $70, and the New Balance Fresh Foam X Recoveries are $100, but you can get them on sale for $80 on select times and over on New Balance's site. Let's go ahead first though and get into the weight of each of them. This is the Waves, and these weigh 9.8 ounces, and this is a men's size 9. So typically I usually go up a half a size since I'm a 9.5, and all three of these are offered in full sizes only. So that means a 9 or a 10. I'm a 9.5, like I said, so I have to go down or up. This one I went down to a 9, and that was the right move. If I went up to a 10, it swims, it's way too big. Next we have the New Balance Fresh Foam X Recovery at 9.5 ounces, so sub 10 ounce pair as well. And these are a size 9 as well, so I did go down a half size, and 9 is the right size. I did have a 10 previously, way too big. So next we have the React X Rejuvn8, and these weigh in at 8.5 ounces, so that makes these the lightest out of the three. So that's kind of a point for Nike, a good move there. The sizing of these though, I did go with a size 10 men's, not a size 9. And size 10 was the right move. Like, this is a better fit for me than a 9. A 9 would probably be too snug. This one fits me like the other two 9s do. So I just wanted to throw that out there. So a size 10, and these are two size 9s for sizing comparison, and I'm normally a 9.5. Now all three of these have different proprietary foams in them. Let's go ahead and get into those. First, with the Nike, you have the React X, as it says. React X is kind of like an in-betweener compound. They have Nike React, which is one of the proprietary foams, and then they have also Zoom X, which is an ultra soft foam used on like the marathon runners. This is React X though, it's kind of the one in between. We saw it on the Infinity Run 4, that was the first shoe that React X has been on. Since then it's been on a bunch of different things. It's pretty awesome overall, and this version feels really soft on feet. Now for the Crocs, you do have a Crocs Light upper, which is the same like material as you get on the Crocs Clogs. You know, the standard Crocs Clogs that we all know. But the insole is actually where the magic happens. It doesn't look like it's anything crazy, but it's insanely soft. Very good underfoot. And this is the Light Ride material on the insole. So it's a dual density foam setup, and I don't know how they fuse it in here. It looks like it's glued in. Maybe it's fused together when they're actually creating the shoes. You can't take out the insoles, but it is embedded in here perfectly, and it feels great. A very nice recovery feel in here. If you're looking for something that is surprisingly like a sneaky sleeper, this is one that doesn't look as comfortable as it is, and in the inside, it's crazy. It's the same vibes that you got on the Echoes, the original ones. This one is just done in a better, like kind of a more streamlined, more fancier, I guess, modern look, and I really like the look of this one. Now you have the New Balance Fresh Foam X Recovery Clogs, and this one is a little bit different because you actually have a drop-in insole with the Fresh Foam X. Now this one has a little nib at the bottom, so you can't actually transfer this into other shoes, but you could probably saw that nib off and use this as a Fresh Foam X Recovery insert. That would be fire in your Jordan Retros. Like, this would be so comfortable because it's pretty soft and squishy. Now this Fresh Foam X is not the same as the Fresh Foam X that you get on like the 1080V 14s. Like, that's very soft underfoot. This is really soft underfoot for sure, but I feel like the newer stuff is a little bit softer overall. That being said, I like the fact that you can take out the insole. I think that that's a pretty cool feat. And also you do have a little bit of nibs here on the footbed that gives you a little bit of like a massage feeling. Pretty nice overall, I like that. And overall, it's really soft and squishy underfoot. I tried all three of these on side by side, and I'll tell you, all of them feel good. Like, first of all, like if you've never tried any of these out, you're gonna be like, dude, these are better than some of the other stuff that I've tried out there on the market. All of them are soft. All of them have a nice squishy feel. I will say that the New Balance one does have the softest feel, in my opinion, overall, but Everybody has a difference in opinion, of course, but overall, I feel maybe it's because of the heel section right here. The heel squish is exceptional because of the extra little bit right there. And then I would say probably second, honestly, both of these were really, really good. Like, they were very competitive. I wouldn't really give the edge to either of them with the soft, squishy sort of vibes. All of them really, really solid. I mean, if you had to give a number system, maybe like a 9 and then maybe like an 8, 8.5 for both of them. Like, it's not that crazy of a difference. They're all really good. Now, when you move to the outsole of these, this is where there is a little bit of a difference because the Crocs pair doesn't have like an actual traction pattern or anything like that on the bottom of the Clogs. The New Balance and the Nikes actually have a rubber traction on the bottom. So New Balance has rubber pods everywhere. These are actually rubber outsole pods all over the bottom, and that makes it a pretty robust pair right there. Definitely a pair that has more longevity because of the extra rubber, but it also adds to the weight a little bit. From the Nike perspective, you do have a rubber traction pattern as well that has little cutouts, which decreases the weight a little bit, which is probably why these weigh the least. But honestly, I'm actually surprised that the Crocs Echo Waves weigh more than the Rejuvn8s. The Rejuvn8s are actually pretty solid, but again, it has extra traction. I feel like the Crocs, though, has the proprietary Crocs Lite upper and midsole, and they know what they're doing. It's very, very durable stuff, so you don't actually need rubber instead of the Crocs Lite. The Crocs Lite itself is extremely durable, which is why these have an advantage on the fact that you have that on the outsole and then also on the upper. It's just tried and true, very, very durable. Now, as for breathability on all three of these, it's going to come down to your foot and which one you're going to find the most breathable. Nike has the ventilation holes in the forefoot. That is it. You don't have anything in the back or the heel. New Balance has ventilation holes in the forefoot as well as the back, so you have extra ventilation there. And then the Crocs only has the ventilation actually in the forefoot in one, and then the side on the back. So kind of, I guess it kind of goes through here and here. Honestly, it's like when you have an all foam upper, like, you don't really think of ventilation. So I don't think any of them are going to be extremely good, but I like that there's at least some forethought in all three of them where you have some form of ventilation holes. I would say probably New Balance is the most balanced because it has it all over the place. Nike has it just, again, only in the front, and then Crocs has it in a couple different places. But all in all, if ventilation's your thing, you're probably not going to go with these. Now, alternate versions, you do have an alternate version of both of these. You don't have an alternate version of this yet. I pleaded for Nike to make one in my last review video of these because I think that if Nike made a React X Rejuvn8 slide, it would be amazing. With this midsole, it would be insane. It's so soft. It feels excellent on feet. The Nike Calm slides were terrible. Like, I feel like this would be something that would be awesome. New Balance has the Refresh Foam X Recovery Clogs, but then the slides, they're amazing. So I actually like the slides better than the Clogs. The midsole is super nice, soft, squishy. The heel is a little bit wider even on the slides, which is part of the primary reason why I like it a little bit better. And then the Crocs Echo Waves, I don't know if they have a wave version, but they do have Crocs Echo slides. I want them to do a wave version because I like the look of this one better than the regular Echoes. But the Crocs Echo slides are goated. They're definitely super, super comfortable. I would say that both of these slide versions are one of the top tier, like, comfortable slides on the market. Now, I mentioned the narrowness of the heel of this one right here. I would say that that is probably the only thing that's a little bit weird. You do have a lot of reinforcement up through the heel and stuff, but it is kind of a little bit narrow with the pad on the back. So that's kind of a weird spot for that one. And then also from the Nike one, the whole upper and stuff, it's kind of rounded quite a bit. So it might be a little bit weird because it's so rounded. So it is a little bit narrow because of how they round up the sides from just the little base on the bottom. I would say Crocs definitely has the wider base of the three. When you can see, like, on the heel, it's very wide, and then you have a lot of width in the forefoot of the Clog as well. Now, all three of them have a lot of width in the forefoot, so I think that that's definitely a good thing. But I think from the heel perspective, the Crocs Echo Waves are definitely the widest for those people that need that extra wide feet love. Also, I wanted to mention all three of these are excellent choices if you want to be able to put these on with no hands and stuff. The openings are so wide, you could slide your foot in very, very easily. Both the Nike and the New Balance version have kind of like a little extra notch cut out right here, so it's very easy to get on. And the Crocs Echo ones are just kind of opened up even more, so these ones are just more wide than the other two. Now, as for which one has the best aesthetics, I think that that's going to be obviously up to the consumer, like which one you think looks the best. Like, everybody's opinion is going to be different, and that's the beauty of, like, footwear and just fashion, I guess, and whatever. You have your own opinion, and your opinion is the only one that should matter. For me personally, I like all of them. I mean, I like the side profile view of these New Balance ones, but I don't like the toe down. It looks so weird right here. I'm not a big fan of that, but it does look kind of like Robocop-y, kind of futuristic. I think the Echo Waves is definitely one that I really like because of just the flow of the shoe looks really, really solid. And then Nike did a good job on that on these as well. I think if Nike changed the oval holes on the sides right here and then integrated like some ventilation with the Nike swooshes instead, I would like these better. It would have more flow, but I would say like just from aesthetics, this one flows better. And I actually like the Crocs Echo Waves, probably the best out of all three of these. But that doesn't mean I don't like either of these. It's just out of the three, again, personal preference, I think this is the best looking one. Anyways, that is my breakdown of these three. Leave a comment in the comment section. Which one do you prefer and why? Have you copped any of them? And if you guys have feedback, leave a comment for other people in the comment section. But overall, I think that this space is fun. If you guys see any of these other type of products on the market, leave a comment. Let me know which ones you guys want me to review. Definitely down to check out the other ones because I love this kind of recovery clog space that has now been created. It's a fun one, and I appreciate you all for stopping in and watching. Again, links in the description if you guys want to buy any of these three. Hopefully you guys are having a good day out there. Thank you again for watching, and hopefully we'll see you back on the channel for some more content. All right, peace, guys.